Well, before I started patching, I got a sweet little old niece that stayed on me for 17 months to get on these patches, and of course I was a skeptic. I just knew they wasn't going to do me any good. But I hurt my in December I hurt my back real bad, and I walked around bent over like a 90-year-old man or a 100-year-old man, bent over, couldn't straighten up. And my wife finally said, "Okay, we've got to get your back checked out." So we go to the emergency room and they do X-rays, and they said, "Well, you've got some really bad stenosis of the spine." They did a CT, and they said the only way we're going to get you out of pain is to do a surgery on you, and it's only a 50% chance. Well, that was out the window. So we get home, and a few days later, I'm still walking around like I just can't hardly go by myself. And she said, "Okay, we're gonna try the patches." And I said, "Okay, you buy them, you order them, you buy them, I'll wear them, but I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna do." So in about 3 days, I got my patches, and I put them on my back exactly how Zara told me to do it. And the first day, I put them on at 6 o'clock that morning. The first day, by about 4:30, about 60% of my pain was gone. And I thought, wow, is that just in my mind? It's got to be just in my mind because these little patches just can't be doing this. So I took them off in 12 hours. The next day at 6 o'clock in the morning, I put them on again. And by 2:30, 100% of my pain was gone. Now, the doctors was telling me that they was going to have to do surgery because my back was in a really bad shape. And it was only a 50% chance that they was going to do any good. So I knew that was out the window. But then a couple of years ago, uh, I have artificial hips. Uh, I broke one of my hips, my right hip, uh, and I should have went to the doctor right then and had it checked out. But I had had so many surgeries, I'm not going to do it. It'll get better by itself. Well, it never did. So we, we I started patching, and the ice wave actually helped the pain. But then it got to where I couldn't put no weight on my hip. So we find a doctor. The prosthesis was broken to it was broke. So we find an orthopedic surgeon. We go to him, and he says, "Yeah." He said, "Your hip is like really in bad shape." He said, "It's gonna have to be completely rebuilt." So we have this surgery set up for like September the 9th, and I thought, okay, that's great. That's not too long. Well, they had to postpone it, and they made it for October the 6th. And I thought, wow, okay, if I have to wait that long, I have to wait that long. Uh, and then they called me just a few days before October the 6th and said that it's going to have to be postponed again to the October the 21st. But he said, I need to do some blood work on you because every time I've seen something like this, it's always infected. Every patient I've ever seen this happen to, it's always had an infection in it. So they did the blood work, they did tests and everything. My blood work come back just as perfect as it could be. No infection whatsoever. Couldn't just clear. And he was really surprised. And we had a chance to tell him about the patches, and he wants to learn more about these patches. So we're gonna get him some stuff to do it with. But uh,
That's awesome. So, can we talk really quickly because you told me about some things with your heart too, and I want to make sure we have time for that.
right. I had in 2022. I had a heart attack, which was the widowmaker, and that's supposed to be the one that puts you in 6 foot under. And when we got back from vacation, my wife got me into the doctor pretty quick, and he said, "Yeah, you got pretty good blockage, so we're gonna have to do a stent." So they did the stent, and in 3 months I went back to him, and he listened to my heart, and he checked it out and everything. He says, "I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, keep it up because your heart is sounding so strong." He said, "I didn't think I would ever hear your heart beat like it's beating now." So I went back to him again, and they did another chest X, no, a CT, and they said that they can't find any results of a heart attack. I don't have any scarring or anything where I had the heart attack. And then they said I had COPD, and they put me on all this medicine and everything supposed to help my breathing. And I don't know, I just never did think I had COPD, but they said I did, so I guess I did. But after I started wearing these patches, I go back to my doctor, and the doctor said, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to keep up with whatever you're doing because your lungs are like 70%. I was at 45% lung capacity. And she said, your lungs you're like 70% now. Like it has increased from 45 to 70. So that I can't give anything but that to the patches. I mean, I haven't taken anything else uh, other than the patches. I don't take I don't take medicine.
That's awesome. So I just want to clarify, when you had your heart attack in 2022, you were not taking the patches.
I was not taking the patches, no.
You were not. And you had this massive heart attack. They had to put stents in, and they told you this is the kind of heart attack that normally kills people. So there was significant scarring that they could see back then.
Right.
And
right.
then just recently you went to the doctor, and tell me again what he said to you.
He said that he took another x-ray, and he said that my heart was beating. He had never heard my heart beat as good as it's beating now. He said, you've got the strongest heartbeat of any 70-year-old man I've ever seen. He said, it's like the heartbeat of a 40-year-old. And he said, I can't see any scar tissue at all in your heart. He said, it's just not showing up. So that's
no evidence of you having this
no evidence of a heart attack.
That's crazy. And so tell me about you've already told us that your hip doctor wants to hear more about these patches. What about the cardiologist and the pulmonologist? Were they surprised?
Yes, they were very surprised when we told them about the patches, and they want us to get them all the information we can get to them. And I think you and I was talking about maybe getting them set up with Dr. Don to talk to them, maybe on a Zoom or a three-way call or something. I just think it'd be great for Dr. Don to talk to them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can absolutely make that happen.
Yeah.
So that is it's such an amazing story that you shared with me. And this morning you said one thing to me that I asked you to repeat. You said the
only thing I regret about these patches is I waited 17 months to get on them.
Thank you for watching, and to learn more about this amazing technology, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.